It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage.
Well, 30 men are set to rumble. Your two favorite garbage men are set to stumble. Through picks and predictions and big garbage tipping, there's no better way to say it's Can Crusher Day!
And welcome to Can Crushers. I'm Z, he's the Bull. We're two everyday garbage men that
busting out the nicknames he remembered.
That drink beer and talk wrestling.
Yeah, we're gonna talk some wrestling.
No beers today. We have doctor's appointments right after this.
Yeah, this is kind of depressing. Normally, we're two average everyday garbage men who drink beer and talk wrestling, but I do have a nice cola, a refreshing cola soda,
and I have an orange.
So
we'll crack those open.
We're still gonna drink, and we're still gonna cheers stuff. What do we got to cheers today, Mark? Anything special happening in wrestling?
A lot. I mostly want to focus on what's going on this weekend with us.
Yeah, big weekend for us. I got a question that I didn't ask you all week.
What?
Since Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Did that lady ever get a hold of you?
She did. And we have a hot off the presses, actually last night, if you saw it on Facebook, we will be going live from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock tonight. Go to the Facebook page and you'll see the number that you have to call. We're actually going to chat a little bit different than what we do here. We're opening up for questions.
For all kinds of questions.
All kinds of questions.
Wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh.
Our 2 free tickets to Asylum.
Oh, no, she did not. So I've already reached out to...
Who was the second place winner?
Bruce Allen.
Way to go, Bruce Allen.
He called. He's coming up from West Virginia.
Bruce Allen is coming up, making the trip.
Yep.
Sweet. No doubt. That's awesome, actually. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I thought you were talking about the...
No, but that other...
The shtick tonight.
Yeah, the shtick tonight. I'm pumped for that. I'm excited.
Yeah, you can call in from anywhere. It is a... internet type of base podcast. It is live all the time. It's called I Love Sports, and it's also linked with Face Off with Fearmeyer. All that's on the Facebook page. That's why we're doing this kind of a little bit early to get it posted so you can listen and see what's going on. But check out the Facebook, and the number is there. Call, talk to me. From what I was told, we can interact with a couple different people. So if Paul would actually call...
I'm probably going to call for a little bit. I probably won't be on there the whole hour because, the lady likes to have her some ball time. And it's...
Mine does not, so she's happy that it's another way of getting rid of me.
That's perfect, right?
But I know IRS said he's going to call in, so we can kind of get all of our shticks going on this one, episode with... I Love Sports.
Which is pretty cool. Are you able to record that at all?
It is recorded. It's actually a show from 6 to 8, but we're only getting 6 to 7 because she's doing her show from 7 to 8, and then right after, it's on her website.
Oh, that's awesome. So we're going to probably post a link to that on our website?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
but
cool.
That's all. That's going to happen
I
after.
say we like it's me. Mark does all that stuff.
That's going to happen all after because... right after this show, after I get done editing it, I have to call Crazy Shay and Johnny Cross as they're splitting the spotlight this week.
Whoa, Shay's actually giving up some of the spotlight.
He is.
Holy man.
Because we were supposed to have an OVW wrestler, but just schedules.
Schedules happen.
Schedules happen, things happen. So we have bumped her back. Still not giving names yet. We have bumped her back to February 12th, and an OVW will jump back in next week. But we're keeping the spotlight thing open. We got 3 federations that we can kind of pick and choose and grab people, and I always have Justin Plummer in my pocket for some people in Pittsburgh, too.
You got some big pockets. Plummer's not a small dude.
Plummer is not a small dude.
And welcome to Miggy licking the water up. You had something else. You were excited about something like I was supposed to remember.
Right, IWC, they announced this weekend. And
the Stinger's going to be in Pittsburgh.
Meadville.
Pittsburgh, Meadville, same damn thing. It's close enough.
Yeah, Night of Superstars in April. It's going to be posted all over the place. Sting, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, The Hurricane.
Whoa! Stand back! There's a hurricane coming!
Damn it, you actually got me with that for a minute. MVP and Hardcore Holly all going to be in Meadville Night of Superstars.
What is horrible is this is right around the time when football starts. So we have a game that day, but I might actually partake.
What? What kind of new word is that?
Not partake in my annual post-game rituals and go to Pittsburgh to watch.
Meadville.
But I'm going to Meadville. Close enough to Pittsburgh. Meadville.
It is not. Meadville is completely different. It's
not.
Up by Erie.
You're by Erie. Quit fooling. Quit joshing me.
What
else do we got? Let's go second round of the Can Crushers Rumbling Royally Rumblers tournament.
And it just started, so we don't have many winners in the second round. Today's matchup is the Rated R Superstar Edge against the Hulkster. 14 votes in right now.
What you gonna do, brother?
Wow, walk away.
The Hulkster is kicking butt. I'm the only one. I think me and somebody else are the only one that voted for Edge.
Kayla Yorns, which was probably Zane's pick.
Well, I don't blame her. Blame Zane.
You cannot blame Zane.
No. I mean, at least we have some taste.
You and Zane?
Yeah.
Oh,
unlike you other.
I have not voted yet.
Unlike you others. Well, you wait till the last vote anymore.
I have
in
to.
In case it's 50-50.
I have
You're
to.
You're such a cheapskate.
You slodes out there making it so tied that I'm the tiebreaker. It's either me or Helen.
I vote for Helen.
And I cannot get a hold of her at 9 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, you need to get your vote in because I'm on the back of that truck.
So far in the second round winners bracket, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin took on Big John Studd, and this was kind of one-sided, bud.
All of them have been.
This was Austin all the way. We had the Undertaker versus
Batista.
The Undertaker, what did you say the other day? He was like 160% to 20 or
over
40
his two matches.
Like that.
Yeah, 2 matches.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit versus Randy Orton. This surprised me.
That was one vote different, and it came in at like 5 o'clock in the morning. We were getting ready for work. I checked it again, and instantly the English professor's like, what are you going to do? Because my head's ready to blow up. And by the time I checked it, somebody had voted for Benoit.
Benoit wins. And then we had Bret Hart versus Triple H. Bret Hart is always a stickler, or not a stickler, but a
fan favorite?
A fan favorite, yeah.
For the Can Crusher.
For the Can Crusher tournaments.
So.
Right now, like you said, we had Hogan and Edge. We still have Sheamus and Flair, the Nature Boy. Woo! And we have Rock and Cena. And HBK versus Hacksaw. So I
hope Duggan wins that. I really do.
I mean,
he's the first one.
It is what it is. Flair was the first one to ever win a title. First and only one to win a title from the Royal Rumble.
Right.
So you can't just go with first ones.
Oh, we can't. Well, you know what we're doing?
We're going to OVW?
Yeah. So my OVW report this week is on OVW 1014. And right off the get, they start with the TV title gauntlet. And what a match to start with. Dustin Jackson against Colton Cage. These two hate each other, despise each other, and it just is going to lead to so much more on February 8th. Dustin's got a new look. He's got tights. He's dropped the jeans from the Bro Gods. And Colton Cage, more or less, didn't break a 5 count. He got disqualified. I mean, it was quick. The back and forth, but it was quick overall. Cage didn't break a 5 count, got disqualified. But Colton Cage takes a couple extra shots after the match. Dustin Jackson is worse for wear. Check that. Dapper Dan is out next, and I'm telling you, he's my boy. Again, he is my boy. Need to get him on the podcast for a spotlight. I need to reach out to him. Chad Miller, help me find Dapper Dan to get him on the podcast. I just love the ruthlessness of this guy. Well, he comes out gloating. He tries pinning Jackson with one finger, kick out. 2 fingers, kick out. A hand, kick out. Laying across him, kick out. He is just ignorant about how he's trying to pin Dustin Jackson. Well, Jackson rolls him up, gets a 1, 2, 3 because he was just gloating so much. Afterwards, though, Dan hits the Dirty Deeds style DDT. Jackson again laying in the middle of the ring, pretty much unconscious. Third man out is Amon. He takes on Jackson, and he's a little unorthodox, but Jackson still has a little bit left. Still a little bit. He's fighting. Amon hits the straight out of hell pedigree, though. Jackson cannot get up from that. Next out to take on Amon is the current TV champion, Justin Smooth. As Amon is getting set to hit Smooth with a chain, Nigel and Chase come out of the void and just cause a distraction. Big boot, bam, Smooth gets the win. Final man out is Brandon Wolf. Wolf, he takes it to Smooth a little bit, but as he enters the ring, he looks like he has seen a ghost. When he looks at the Titan, he's like, wow. He's just enamored by the presence of the Trinidad Titan. Wolf uses his quickness. He gets like a 2 3/4 count, but Titan flexes his power. Boom. Kicks him in the face, and Titan keeps his title. Next spot is Jay Lee and Valerie come out looking for Callie. Where's Callie? Jay Lee's heated, by the way, just wanting to know what is wrong with Callie. Why did she do all that? But she talked to Dean Hill. The February 8th match can now be a triple threat match against Brittany. All Callie has to do is write the name down. She wrote Valerie's name down. And now the triple threat is Callie against Brittany against Valerie, Callie, and Brittany. Say that. That's a mouthful. Is in the triple threat match. Jay Lee's going to have something to do with this, folks. She's going to enter. It's going to be a 4-way or something. After, though, Jay Lee beat the hell out of Valerie, and then Callie speared Jay Lee, leaving her alone. It looks like the It Girls are done. King's Ransom says they're ready for their title shot, and they're going to go look for Dean Hill. They're going to make it. They want this title match. As they go look for Dean Hill, somebody steals their gear. And we find out later who it is. Next matchup is Sam Thompson against Cash Flow. Sam brings it quick, but he gets Flow on some wobbly legs. But all of a sudden, these chops are a millimeter away from Ric Flair chops. Damn, are they hard chops from Flow. Thompson's chest was red. It looked like maybe a blood vessel broke in there or something. I like Cash Flow. He is just a rough and tumble guy. He gets the win over Thompson and then grabs the mic. And folks, I am going to make probably one of my first OVW predictions. Flo says, hey, he's the big man. He is the big man in OVW. There's no competition. He's the super heavyweight. He's ready to fight. Folks, if you listened last Friday to the interview I had with Jay Bradley and how big he is and everything, this is my spoiler. I know, and if you listen to the podcast, Jay Bradley is on his way to OVW once again. Jay Bradley and Cash Flow are going to put on one hell of a match, folks. Make sure you watch that. Make sure you get on YouTube, type in OVW, and go along with us. They're put up every Monday or Tuesday, and watch them. They are amazing. But it's going to be a great feud. Next out is Jax Dane, half of the War Kings. Crimson not there this week. He's like, we're best team. There's another team with Kings in their name, but they're just yellow. They've had the title shot for a couple months now, but they've never cashed in. So you hear King's Ransom's music, and all of a sudden, the Entourage comes out, dubbed the Queen's Ransom, and they are just poking the bear with King's Ransom. King's Ransom does come out, and they pretty much dispose of the Entourage, and hopefully they disposed of them for good. And then Jax Dane makes his way back into the ring, and this cold clocks both Khans, leaving them lay. I tell you, I really think the yellow is on War Kings. These guys are always finding a way not to fight King's Ransom. Folks, if you have not checked out King's Ransom, you have to. These guys, I'll make a prediction here again, are not going to be in OVW long. Somebody's going to come along and scoop them up. They are an amazing team. Big announcement, February 8th, Road Warrior Animal will be at Saturday night special. So that's awesome. Road Warrior Animal, what that does is the knowledge of tag team that he has working, with Hawk all those years, he's going to be able to be backstage with these kids for a while and just teach them some more stuff. But the fans will also get to meet him as well. But I think the OVW superstars are going to get a lot out of Road Warrior Animal. Myself and Pat Lupino met him one time in Maryland, and he's a great guy. He really, really is a great guy. That's somebody, hopefully we could work getting on the show or something, down the line. But he is amazing, and the wealth of knowledge that he has to pass along to these young kids, take it, and just run with it. And then you have your main event for the night. The Revolver comes out with Dude against Tony Gunn. And this is a fully loaded main event. Gunn versus a Revolver. All the puns are there, folks. They really are. Gunn had this match several times, but Dude just kept getting involved. And finally had enough. He went after Shannon the Dude, and Gunn goes for the kill shot, but he hits Revolver, but he fell into the ref. Another ref came out. Dude pulled him out, and that's when the whole melee between Gunn and Dude happened. And then all of a sudden, Tony Vanetti comes running out and just waylays on the Dude. Revolver then comes up and steals a victory because he was playing possum the whole time. So Dean Hill comes out and he announces, listen, we're not going to have any of these refs that can't do it. We're going to have a marvelous ref for this tag team match, which is going to happen on Saturday Night Special, February 8th. And as the show ends, Mr. Marvelous walks out. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Raw, SmackDown, Royal Rumble predictions. This show is amazing.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
So we're on to Raw after that amazing OVW report that I don't know.
Breathtaking journalism.
I don't know why you don't come up to watch that with me once.
Breathtaking journalism as always, Mark.
Am I going to have to start watching them at work?
Probably.
On our jumbo screen TV that we...
You mean your phone where I hang over your shoulder?
Yes.
Yes.
So Brock and Paul start off Raw talking about how Finn seized the moment last week. He defeated John Cena. He defeated two other people, but they're pushing the John Cena thing that they defeated the 16-time champ John Cena. And, Just grabbing that moment. And Paul's like, that was the only moment he's going to have. More or less.
More or less.
That's what he said. And then guess who comes out?
The monster among men, Braun.
He does come out.
You're welcome.
And he says a lot of nothing.
Well, I mean, their mic skills are fantastic. If Braun and Brock had to do this, you could probably call Hooked on Phonics and listen to better reading.
Right? Vince did also come out and kind of poking fun at Oklahoma City. They called it a hillbilly town. They called it this. I'm like, wow, Vince kind of getting nasty again.
Vince is a heel. Vince is always the perfect heel, like I said last week, and I will always say it. Vince is your perfect heel.
You love him.
I love Vince McMahon as a heel, absolutely. He's like you and The Miz as a heel.
I love The Miz.
The Miz is a perfect heel.
The Miz
so
is the
Vince.
best heel.
Nobody likes their boss. Sorry, Mark.
Oh, why? You know. I'm like, wait, what'd I do?
Nobody likes their boss. So, well, I mean, you're technically my boss in this, so yeah, nobody likes their boss. So he's a perfect heel.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Vin gets thrown around a little bit. He makes his way out and gets out. A lot to talk about in Rumble, and I want to really talk about Rumble.
So we're going to speed through Raw and SmackDown.
So Finn and Braun have a match, and all in all, Finn wins by DQ because Lesnar gets involved.
We kind of figured that was happening. That's why Vince told Brock to sit tight.
Sit tight. Next up is Bob's celebration. Does everybody need a celebration anymore when they win a freaking title? Do it that night.
That wasn't a celebration. That was a pose-abration.
Well, it was started to be a celebration, and Apollo Crews comes out, and he poses like me. He gets a little jucky and jiving with it, and then show off these pumping pipes that I have.
Kelly, I feel so bad for you because I know that you're the only one seeing these poses. Hopefully he doesn't give you Bobby Lashley's favorite pose.
The butt pose!
The glute pose. Bud.
Oh, all right, whatever.
It's a glute pose.
Yeah. So guess what? They end up having a match. And Bob wins with a spear.
But Apollo took him...
Yeah.
Was this an Apollo push or is it just...
I think the Apollo push has been slowly coming. You see him, once he got rid of Titus Worldwide, which thank God that's over with, you're getting a little bit.
Speaking of Titus Worldwide, and I know you have this probably somewhere in your notes, did you see that they're doing them Royal Rumble, why I'm going to win the Royal Rumble things?
I did not put it in my notes because it was...
I'm surprised you didn't, because normally you hate stuff like that. But the guy walks past, and they didn't make fun of Titus O'Neil falling at last year's Royal Rumble at all.
The greatest Royal Rumble of greatnesses.
Yes. The greatest. They didn't bring any note to that.
No.
Hopefully the Titus has a better entrance this year.
Now, that was not planned. I want to reverse that. He seriously could have gotten hurt on that. Now that he's not a hurt...
Well, when he tripped and fell, yeah, he could have seriously
He could have smashed his face off the ring, but...
But he didn't. He's fine.
Right, he's fine.
Here you go.
Wow. Rollins comes out in the match as well. Drew comes out. They both get a stare down, setting up. Something big is going to happen between them at Royal Rumble, between Seth and Drew. And you have a ton of cologne on, by the way. It is wild.
I don't have a ton of cologne. I just sprayed cologne after I got out of the shower. It was cold as shit out today.
It was cold as shit, but my God, my house smells like a French
prostitute.
Right. Seth says he's going to go to Chase Field. He's going to win the Rumble.
Do you believe it?
I don't know. Wrestling has been a long shot in his whole life. He's the long shot. But the thing is that I got out of this, and both of them said it, you have to be the man to win the Rumble. Drew came out and said the same thing. You have to be the man to win the Rumble. I'm just saying. Who's the man right now?
Becky Lynch is the man right now, but...
There's subtle hints in there, I think. So we get a match between Drew and Seth, and it was a great match. It literally was probably one of my favorite matches in a while between these two. A lot of ups and downs. Drew could have won it a couple of times, but Seth wins with the roll-up. Quick roll-up.
Quick roll-up.
Revival's backstage saying, hey, Vince, we got screwed over again. Vince is like, I don't care.
If we need a better referee, and in comes Kurt Hawkins. Who's better than Kurt Hawkins at seeing the 1, 2, 3?
Right? But Kurt tries to say, hey, I won in the Rumble, and Vince is like, no chance. No chance in hell.
But he
But he could be a ref.
But he can be ref. So he's the ref for the title match.
Which is coming up. Dean's out back talking about Seth's Martin Luther King speech, and probably the two wrongest, neither correct word, wrongest people to be talking about MLK.
Okay, why?
Why not have Lashley? Why not have,
But
because of color?
that's not fair.
No, but
Wow, now you sound bad.
I do,
Just
but
because they're men of color, does that mean that they're the only ones that can talk about MLK?
No.
They can boast about MLK?
No.
They can be proud of MLK.
No.
But that's what you just said.
It is. But I think they should lead it with them, and then you can have other people say something.
I think that they should have been part of the MLK thing, but I don't think it should have led with them. I believe that
Right, well, that's what I just said.
No, you said that they should have led with either Lashley or Titus. No,
right.
It should have led with who it led with. Seth Rollins is pretty much the face of your company right now.
Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Becky Lynch is the face of your company right now, but Seth Rollins is a close second.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that.
So you got a man like Seth Rollins talking about MLK. That opens doors for everybody. That's just my opinion.
No, that's fine. Whatever. Your boys, Lucha House Party, come out and
Lucha.
they fight Jinder and the Bros, and this was quick work. The Sings just got beat to shit.
I think you're going to see the last of the Sings and
Jinder real quick, because Jinder got pissed, and he kind of did his Shantae thing and kind of walked away from the Sings.
Right.
EC3 promo. He was posing with Dana. But just put him in the ring. These backstage things with him are ridiculous.
Well, as Elias walks by, I thought this is going to be perfect. I'd like to see EC3 and Elias, even though Elias has got the whole Baron Corbin thing going that's been beat to death.
Right? More guitars than, Kid Rock.
So much for new stuff on Raw. Like, you have guys that you're not using. Use them.
Yeah. Ends up in a match, and actually this is where I got involved with talking with wrestlers again. So I really didn't get to see the whole Elias match. I didn't rewind to watch Elias.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
And Baron.
I think Elias gets a win.
No, I did see that Corbin got the win after Cheap
see
Shot
that?
with End of Days. But I didn't see the whole
now
match.
I remember. Yeah, it was the end of the day. So my bad.
Yeah. Nonetheless.
That's how much I cared about the match. I mean, we walk with Elias, but...
He needs to walk somewhere else right now.
Right.
Away from Corbin. Next up was a moment of bliss, and it was all about the Women's Royal Rumble.
Pandemonium.
It was.
Everybody's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
But 2 new entrants came out of a moment of bliss. That was the main point, to get 2 new entrants.
The sophisticated lady.
Lacey Evans.
And guess who's coming back?
Thank God.
Little Miss Bliss.
I think she jumps up there.
I don't know. She
I'm not
can't.
saying is a favorite. I'm not saying the favorite.
This is gonna be like a intro match, and she gonna leave early, and hopefully she don't hit her head on the way out.
Next up is your new boys, Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, did you see the Caterpillar
Against the Raw's Job Squad, the Ascension.
Well, did you see the Caterpillar?
I
Mark,
did.
did you see the Caterpillar?
I saw the Caterpillar.
Did you see them moves on Heavy Machinery?
I did.
All sorts of moves.
See,
perfect. Now you don't like them because they're. But this is what we were talking about last week. We need a gimmicky.
They are. They're very gimmicky. I actually changed. I said I didn't like it with Alexa Bliss last week, but
how do you think you would be if Alexa Bliss was right next to you?
I'm like that with my wife.
Well,
so.
exactly. See, good. Bing.
Yeah.
Bonus point. Did you hear the bonus point bing? I heard the bonus point bing.
I like the dancing elbow, the Caterpillar. They're beefy, they're powerful, but they got moves.
I can't wait to see the pop-up power slam.
No, their finishing maneuver that they do now, the trash compactor. Yes!
Is that what it's called? I did not know it was called the trash compactor.
The trash compactor.
Now they've already
become
win. Can Crusher favorites.
Yep, they should be tag team champions.
Yep, right now.
Right now.
Just give it to them.
Next up is the Glorious Guys against the Revival with Hawkins.
Wait a second. Now we're on it. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Against the Revival with Hawkins as a ref. I don't know what the hell they're doing here.
Hawkins called a perfect match.
He did.
There was a tag, but the guy wasn't holding on to
Get
the
out.
rope.
Yep, get out of there.
Perfect. There was
He saw the Revival with foot on the ropes twice.
He saw the Revival try to
Outside interference, so he kicked his feet away like Earl Hebner or Tommy Young.
Yes!
Get out of there!
That's what we need.
And then-
Another Earl Hebner.
And then, guess who lost?
The Revival.
But then they came and started beating the shit out of Kurt Hawkins. And then who comes out?
Woo, 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 you know it. Welcome to the Major Brothers, and you're going to see a push from Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins now.
I think so.
And I'm pumped for it.
I think you are, because the tag team situation is still garbage. But they're slowly, but they needed heavy machinery. They needed throwing glorious guys together, whatever. But at least they're establishing some teams and some storyline. They're just not saying, Mark and Paul, go fight Bob and Joe.
Edge.
No,
well, this comes back to Edge, but Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder have already tasted tag team glory,
Right.
As the Edgeheads.
Right.
So this is not that far of a stretch, and it could work
No,
out
I'm not
well.
mad about putting them back together. I'm just happy.
pumped for it.
Right.
I can't wait to see
happy
Zack
that-
Ryder on TV more again.
Woo, woo, woo.
I think that's all gone. I think it's going to be something different.
He's still the Long Island IZ or
Forever.
Yeah. So Ronda's in the back just blabbering. She really, this is me being critical. She didn't know what the hell she was saying. She lost her lines, then she said something like 6 or 7 times over, trying to correct where she was, and she was not there. So she comes out to the ring, and she still looks pissed off, and she should be at herself.
Yeah.
And that's where it was, but her pissed offness is her still smiling.
This is the end of Raw, and this is the end of my Raw, because as soon as I can't get into this whole Ronda Rousey thing at all. No matter who she faces, nothing. They shot her up too quick. They gave her a title. It does nothing for me.
They're counting this as legit huggers beat Nat and Ronda, as Sasha got the bank statement on Nat and she tapped out. But they're saying that's Ronda's first loss. It is on paper because she was in that tag team match, but she didn't tap. She didn't get pinned. She didn't get
She hasn't taken an actual loss.
No.
And she's over a year in now.
Right. She's got a loss now.
No, she's not a year in. It would be WrestleMania. It would be a year.
And they're dubbing it that Sasha beat her.
No.
None of that happened.
None of that happened. None of that was true.
None of that was true. Nonetheless,
I didn't even watch it. Did Sasha even get her hands on?
Briefly. And then that stupid flip that she does that it's worse than, I don't know, Fireman's Carry.
Useless.
It is. But, they did a little bit of a stare down. If your screen went black at all for 2 seconds, folks, it was because
that Banks booty was out.
Banks had a wardrobe malfunction, and USA caught it real quick.
Good for them.
Find it. It's all over the internet.
If you want to see that Banks booty.
All right. So we're
take that to the bank.
Woo, woo, woo. I love you, Kelly.
Right on to SmackDown.
Right on to SmackDown. And Becky starts the show, and I love Becky. I love Asuka. I hate this feud.
I don't hate this feud, but I can't understand Asuka.
Right. Oh, nice.
No offense. I just can't. She just yells randomly.
Right. It's not even broken Japanese, broken English. It's just me muttering sometimes.
Basically through the whole podcast.
Right.
Nailed it.
So Becky's going to beat her down. They get in a little scuffle, and that was it. After the break, they're fighting backstage again. And it rolls right into a different story like that quick. Charlotte does come out and gets involved, but
pokes the bear a little.
She really never gets involved,
no,
so to speak. Naomi against
Mandy.
And this is going to be a feud for a little bit.
This is going to be a feud for a little bit, but this feud had nothing. There was nothing good come out of this match.
No, Sonya causes a little bit of a distraction that gives Mandy the win, but and then Jimmy comes out to give some hugs afterwards. I would have loved to see Naomi just slap him across the face because he watches Mandy walk away. something. Give us a little bit more.
Right.
A little bit more. Whatever. Next up is Miz against Cesaro, because last week it was Shane against Sheamus.
This seemed like a pretty hardcore match. Miz took a whooping.
Both Shane and Miz took a whooping afterwards.
Right.
Cesaro gets the win. Quick roll up again. But afterwards, Shane gets involved with Sheamus, and they lay him out on the table.
Got a brogue kick for it.
He did get a bro kick for it. Lays him out on the table, and then all of a sudden, Miz is laid on the table, and then they throw Shane through both of them. They were just laid to waste, more or
Hey,
less.
listen, that's a good way to bond.
It is a good way to bond, but more to come on that.
Murdercum.
Vinnie Mac comes out, and this was after
We'll get to that in a minute.
Vinnie Mac came out?
No. Well, I mean, probably. After,
Vinny-
at the end of the story, you'll get to that in a minute.
Well, no, he comes out and he's like, hey, whatever happened with Shane and The Miz right now, whatever, it's going to be a hell of a match in the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Just like completely disregarding his son. Yeah, he got his ass kicked. Good.
Good. Good for him.
And this was a stupid segment.
Oh, yeah.
This was horrible.
What did you have? What did you need Vince McMahon out there for?
Nothing. You said it on the truck today. To block phenomenal forearm and then get pushed out of the way so Daniel can hit his flying knee.
Right.
That was it.
That was it.
You could have had a mannequin.
You could have
that.
had Michael Cole. You could have had Corey Graves and actually let Corey Graves take a flying elbow. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Or Saxton. Or anybody in...
I like Saxton. Corey Graves just flip-flops too much for me.
Yeah. I really hope his contract ends soon.
He either like you like the heels or you like the good guys, but you can't like both of them.
We do.
Well, but we don't commentate.
We do.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know. Not really. We journalism.
Yes, we are
We
journalists.
gives the journalisms.
That's what we are. We sure are. Like I said, this was supposed to be a face-to-face encounter, and nothing really happened. No. Nothing. I mean...
Just butt whoopings.
Yeah. The power of fame, this, that, and the other thing. Daniel's working for the greater good, though.
The greater good.
Yeah.
The greater good.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie?
No.
That's actually Hot Fuzz. The two guys that did Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, I haven't seen that either.
What is wrong with you? Get on Netflix and watch both of those. It's fantastic. Watch Shaun of the Dead first, and then watch Hot Fuzz. You'll love it.
In all the time that I have in the next couple... Well, I'm going to have a lot of time coming.
Yeah, a lot of time coming.
Lots of time coming.
So both are.
Truth and Mel are walking around backstage talking about the Rumble. Truth says he wants to fight AJ or Daniel, whoever wins. But Mel is like, why not Brock? He's like, I don't want to go to Sioux Falls City. He's like...
Perfect.
And then he's like...
I fell asleep. I'm sorry. You're pretty much on your own, so I'm going to laugh at the stuff that you tell me.
So then Truth says, actually, I want to fight Buddy Murphy. And Mel is like, well, there's a weight limit. So he's like, so you're saying I'm fat. And he walks away, and he's pissed off. Then Mello runs into Flair, and more or less, Flair just says, hey, I'm a tornado in the match. This is going to be my first Royal Rumble. Watch what I do. Joe versus Ali, and I was talking to Crazy Shay kind of during this match, but it's a rematch from last week is what happened. And Joe attacked him before the bell, beat the living snot out of him again, gets him in Coquita clutch. He's done, grabs a mic, and he says, I am going to make a statement tonight and at the Rumble. So I'm like, okay. Then Joe leaves, thinking, see you Sunday, buddy.
See you Sunday, buddy.
Next up, probably, and this is where you should have woke up.
I know, but I guess what I did today while you were at the dump.
You watched the match.
I YouTubed it.
Did you love it?
And it was fantastic.
Ray versus Almas.
I didn't get to see the whole match. I got to see the highlights. But
That's enough.
The whole match was basically highlights.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 falls. Almas is amazing. Have we said that?
Well, you have said that. And I had said that I like him as a heel because he's dastardly.
Yeah, I love that.
But after watching this match, Almas is amazing.
He is. When he's sitting on the turnbuckle...
And this is props to Rey Mysterio, too, because Rey worked just as hard in this match.
Right. Oh, yeah. No. Ray was going to get his push, too.
How come you just calling him Almas now?
Because they call him Andrade, but I've always called him just Almas. If you notice, I always cut names down.
Andrade.
Bull.
Sorry, Z.
when Almas is just sitting on the rope and Ray comes in for the Hurricane Rana and then Almas pulls him up, and I'm like, holy shit, this is going to be a powerbomb off the second rope, which is cool enough. But then he just steps backwards up on the top rope, not holding anything but Ray, and boom, a sit-down powerbomb, buddy.
The core strength of both of these guys during this is phenomenal. Because Ray actually has to pick himself up.
Right.
With a little
And
help
Almas
from
has to hold him.
Yeah.
But just those ropes, we've all played with the ropes before. They,
Wow. College was weird, I guess. I don't know.
But
And you went to college a lot later than I did.
twice.
Twice.
You
Really liked college.
I like the ropes. He stands up there, so nice. But that was an awesome finish for the first one. The second one, I said I was pumped because Rey Mysterio did the guy that I created on
WWE 2K19.
He does the flipping power driver.
If you ever want to play against this, you can look me up. Mountain, MT, capital M, for Lion.
Holy shit.
69. I don't know what Mark's name is. I can't remember.
MEK, I think it's 2014.
There you go.
Because we all share it.
Yeah, so you can look us up. We'll play against you.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, I'm not very good either.
But the third match of the 2 out of 3, because it's 1-1, Ray tries for a sliding splash and almost actually catches him and then bam, drops him real quick. Then Ray does a sunset flip and a powerbomb into the barrier. Just a wonderful match. And just as they're going to get a 3 count, out comes Joe. Bam! On the hardest part of the ring.
I've heard that. Ray gets a powerbomb.
Yep.
And then
Joe
he goes in, typical Joe fashion, there was nobody was safe. So he went right after Almas too. And
beat the snot out of him.
Then he stands over top of him and he says a whole bunch of,
I told you I was going to make a statement. I told you I was going to make a statement.
Because my name is Samoa. Boom! Out of nowhere!
See you later.
RKO! Welcome to Randy Orton's house.
Randy Orton just is like, how you doing?
Well, I guess that's all about SmackDown. Let's go to the Royal Rumble.
And this is where we're going to spend a little bit of time. Because Paul still got a little bit of
I
time.
only have a little bit of time.
All right. They've dubbed what matches are on the kickoff show.
These are 2 of your championship belts.
Well, everything's on the line. There's no non-championship.
Oh, that's good. So we have Buddy Murphy, which is a cruiserweight champion, against Kalisto, against Tawazawa, and Itami.
Right. Who you taking?
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
How do you not take Buddy Murphy?
Buddy Murphy retains again. This is why, again, folks, if you're just catching on, we make these bets and...
we come up, when we do our predictions, the loser has to buy beer for the next podcast. And you basically end up buying a 6-pack because it's cheaper that way. So you buy 6 beers.
Right. Then we drink them all that next time.
What's up next, Mark?
Shinsuke is going to take on...
Rusev Day! The U.S. champion Rusev Day.
No way he's losing already.
No.
No way. We've talked about this.
And how can I go against Rusev Day?
No, I agree.
That would be horrible for me.
I agree.
That's my whole shtick on the show. I stole everything from him.
Him and Aiden English, Aiden English is now going to be a commentator on 205.
I seen that. So what happened to Aiden English? Did he get hurt or something? Or
I don't know. I have not read anything, but they said he's still going to be around SmackDown.
Well, that's good.
So he's got to be hurt.
Yeah.
He's got to be hurt. Shinsuke, what I'm reading, I think his contract's coming up pretty soon, so I don't know. I hope he leaves.
I don't believe Shinsuke Nakamura is happy in WWE.
I don't think he is either. They did not use him right.
You are probably going to see him in AEW.
I would think.
Or he's going to headline New Japan. Yeah. And whatever. I mean, that's great.
He's loved both of those.
Yeah. And he needs to be in either one of those.
He has not done his strong style that he does. So, all right. Moving along. We don't know the order they're going to go in, but this is the way we're reading them, folks.
SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Miz and Shane versus
The Bar. This is setting up for a Mania match. So,
is this setting up a Mania match against Miz and Shane, or is this setting up a Mania match against The Bar and the...
I think it's setting up a Mania...
Miz Mans.
Miz, who the hell are the Miz Mans?
instead of the McMahons, the Mizmans?
Oh, I think it's setting up a match for Shane and Miz at Mania. They win the titles. They'll lose them next month to anybody.
Which makes me sad.
Right, but they win them just to have glory, but they're going to go on a losing streak until they have to defend them. So I'm taking Miz and Shane.
I took the bar.
Okay. Because you're going to raise it.
SmackDown Women's title. Asuka versus the Man.
We both want Becky to win.
Yes.
We both need Becky to win because I think her at WrestleMania as a champ is a lot better than Asuka.
That's not true because there's a couple places they go with this Asuka feud. Because Asuka and Sonya had a great finishing match in that Battle Royal.
I agree with that.
So there's and Becky needs to fight Ronda.
She does.
And Flair needs to be involved in that. And that's what's going to happen, I hope, for Mania. I think you're going to see the 4 horsewomen connect against the 4 horsewomen of MMA.
Not until, like, SummerSlam, though.
You don't think it's going to be something? I think that it starts at Mania.
It might start at Mania, but the match, by the time they get, Dukes and the other girls up, I think it's SummerSlam that this happens.
So we're both picking Asuka.
Yeah. Yep, because somebody else is going to come out at Elimination Chamber and take that from her.
Raw Women's Tag Team title. We should have done this one first. Because nobody wants to talk about it. Ronda or Sasha, who you got?
I would love Sasha to win.
Yeah, but you're going to go with Ronda.
But I'm going to go with Ronda. It's set in stone. If you cannot. All right. Thank you.
WWE title. Daniel Bryan is your champion. AJ Styles is your competitor.
I'm reversing for a minute because you jumped the gun.
No, I didn't.
You need Sasha.
We're done talking about this.
You need Sasha in that Elimination Chamber for the titles match with Bayley. They've pumped it so far. She's not going to win it on Rumble and lose it the next day or anything like that. So you need her in that tag team, and you know that. That's why she's not going to win.
You just wanted to say that.
It's a one-off, and I'm pissed about
AJ
it.
Now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. Who you got? I got AJ.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of
Convince
AJ.
me.
AJ being such a fan favorite, I think they're taking a hit right now as Daniel is the title, as a champion.
But he is so bad right now.
Who, AJ or Daniel?
Daniel. He's so bad that his gimmick has got me to like him again. How he is just the great good doer.
The greater good.
Yeah, whatever. He's just doing that so good right now. And that's his lifestyle. This whole character, besides being...
This is actually Daniel Bryan.
Besides being dastardly. Yeah.
Being a dick, this
that
is
is
Daniel
him.
Bryan. Yeah.
That is him. I think Daniel keeps it. At least we're separated on 2.
We're going to be separated on this one, too. Universal title holder is Brock Cockchest Lesnar.
And you're taking Finn.
I'm taking Finn. Even though I don't think Finn's going to win, I want Finn to win.
I want Finn to win, too.
Please bring the goddamn Universal title. Pardon my French, I'm sorry, but please bring the goddamn Universal title back on TV. You had it with Roman Reigns, and then Roman's still battling leukemia, and you gave it back to Brock Lesnar, and now it's not on your damn show. It's your title. It's your main title. Knock it off, WWE. Be smart.
Yeah, what Paul said. I think they already said that the Demon is not going to be there.
You think the Demon's the only way that he can beat Brock?
No, but I think this match starts out, Brock jumps him backstage. This is my prediction. Jock Sampson's going to do it. No, Brock jumps him backstage as Finn Balor. He's out in the ring. Where the hell's Finn? Where the hell's Finn? Out comes the Demon. Finn wins and sets up Brock going away, getting ready for his MMA, and it sets up so many better matches for WrestleMania.
I like where your head's at, but I don't think that Brock is going to leave on a legitimate pin by Finn. I think Braun gets involved, and
I could give 2 shits if you are going to Arizona this week.
But here's the thing. Braun gets involved because Brock doesn't take a straight loss to Finn Balor.
Oh, I'm all right with that. Right. But he still...
I like your idea.
He still wins.
Yeah, Finn still wins.
Right. But this is where we have the side thing for a quick second. So you're leaving who everybody at the WWE headquarters think is the greatest guy ever. You're going to leave him off WrestleMania then?
Who, Brock?
Yeah.
You have to. He's got a fight coming up.
So he's done. Royal Rumble done.
I would think.
I would hope.
Your smart money's on yes. He has to be.
Right.
Because he can't train for an MMA fight and wrestle.
Well, he doesn't wrestle now.
Well, that's true.
All right. Let's start with the men's. Let's start with the men's Rumble.
Oh, I forgot
all we're doing is picking a winner. We know number 30 is R-Truth.
Yes.
Okay? Are you going with him?
No.
Wouldn't it be amazing? No. Who's your pick?
My pick is actually from SmackDown.
Who?
Randy Orton.
Ooh. I didn't even think Randy.
Right? That's what I got. I got Randy Orton. Beings that
Maybe I
R
put him
Truth.
over here. I put him over there.
Beings that R Truth is
Number 30.
number 30 from SmackDown. Randy's on SmackDown. That's my thoughts.
This is random. This isn't a part of the bet. Where do you think Randy comes in? Do you think he lasts a while, or do you think he's like in the 20s?
He's in the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
Longest lasting person as well.
Longest lasting?
Yeah, in the Rumble, because you know they make a big shtick of that.
Well, The Miz isn't in it, and he would have been. Kofi will be one of the longer ones.
He's going to be doing his tricks.
Yeah, because you always have Kofi tricks. Jeez, it could be anybody. Who are you going with longest?
Longest, I'm going to go with Mustafa Ali. They're pushing him. They're pushing him way too much. That, yeah. I think Joe throws out the most people.
You think Joe throws out the most people?
Yep, I think Joe throws out the most people. But I think your winner of the Men's Royal Rumble is going to be Seth Rollins.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm sorry.
So now you have to fill in your other two.
So my longest, I'm going to go with Ray.
Okay?
Wow.
He's done it before.
Yeah. And my most eliminations. Wow, that's going to be tough. I think that I know who it is going to be already. And I can't think of his name.
Almost.
Nope.
Lars Sullivan.
Negative. Lars isn't going to come to the...
He's scared of crowds.
Scared of crowds. He doesn't like a lot of people. Which makes sense, because I've been doing an NXT show. There's not a lot of people there. But,
the Big Show.
No. The new Big Show from Raw. He just had a match against Rollins. Why can't I think of his damn name?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre's most eliminations.
Okay. All right.
Women's side.
Women's side. I'll pick the winner first since I made you go first last time. This is how you get the match at WrestleMania. It's co-winners. It's Becky and Charlotte. They both do the Lex Luger, Bret Hart fallout at the same time. They have some matches. They have a 2 out of 3 fall matches coming up, leading up. This is a storyline to keep them hot. And they both say, we want Ronda. We give 2 shits about SmackDown right now.
Right. I love that idea. But I'm not going to steal it.
It's borrowed.
Nope. I think that it's either... This is going to be weird. Carmella or...
Carmella's number 30.
Sonya.
Well, Sonya is actually in my most eliminations. And lasting the longest is... I don't know. I really didn't think of that for the women.
I'm definitely going with Carmella.
Mella to win it.
She's money.
All right.
Dastardly money. Most eliminations is going to be... I'm going with you two. Sorry. Sonya has to be your favorite on that.
Yeah.
Unless for someone God knows Beth Phoenix comes back.
Yeah, I think Nia's going to be eliminated quick. Same thing with Tamina. Because they're too easy.
Longest? Mandy.
I don't know. I'm just going to have to throw somebody out there. You said no, but I'm going to say longest Alexa Bliss.
Wow.
I think she gets, because then she gets right back into it.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah, listen for the bell, folks.
There's been some very good tag team wrestling in the WWE the last few years. I wouldn't say it's quite on par with the glory days of tag team wrestling in the 80s, when there were enough teams to create a list consisting of the top 10 ranked teams, the champions, and a team or two on the outside looking in. But today's brand of tag team action comes pretty close. Teams like the Usos, the New Day, and the Bar are at the top of the tag team division for the main brand and consistently put on good matches, while over in NXT, the Undisputed Era rule the roost. And of course, we all know by now there will soon be new women's tag team champions. WWE has done a great job showcasing the talent of the women's tag team division, and I cannot wait to see which team is crowned the first champions. There's a saying I've discovered recently that goes like this: they never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. And I think it applies here. The WWE has been pushing different teams in a variety of ways. We're seeing good tag team matches from some new and familiar faces. We're getting good storylines with the different teams. And yet, all of these very good teams may be pushed further down the ladder as WWE makes room to possibly crown new SmackDown tag team champions in The Miz and Shane McMahon. Makeshift tag teams rarely worked for me. For me, a team needs to have a name, and they need to go together somehow. There needs to be a connection. The Rock and Sock connection worked for me because they were so different. It was fun to see them together, and they had a name. Undertaker and Kane were two singles wrestlers, but together the siblings were known as the Brothers of Destruction. The only exception for me to this rule was Yokozuna and Owen Hart, but that's because Owen Hart made that team work. He hated Bret so much that he teamed with one of his rivals and became a champion with him. And the reason it worked so well was because they never worked out the kinks necessary to be a cohesive unit, as Yokozuna was often stepping on Owen's foot, falling on him, or inadvertently dropping a leg or splash on his partner. Mankind and Stone Cold didn't work. Kane and X-Pac didn't work. I don't even know what to say about the Big Boss Man and Test. But even if I didn't care for makeshift teams, the members of those teams were full-timers who had paid their dues, and I could believe that as wrestlers, they had a legitimate chance to beat another wrestling team. What we have here is an example of a McMahon injecting himself in a major storyline when he's not Nita. I hear Dana White and Joe Rogan can fight, but wouldn't it be ridiculous if they challenged some of the fighters in the UFC to step into the octagon? Are we really supposed to believe that Shane McMahon is capable of beating these wrestlers who work every night all over the world? This is another opportunity for Shane McMahon to steal a spot from someone more deserving. It wasn't enough that he took the spot in the finals of the Greatest in the World tournament and won. It wasn't enough that he was the last member of the SmackDown team at Survivor Series. He's now in a title match at the Royal Rumble. One of three things will happen at the Royal Rumble. 1, Shane McMahon and The Miz will win the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. 2, Shane McMahon and The Miz will lose their title match. 3, there will be a betrayal between the two. In any case, we'll have plenty more of Shane McMahon on TV, with Shane fighting The Miz or fighting alongside The Miz. It doesn't matter so long as Shane and the McMahons get more airtime. And the fans will love it. They loved it when Mr. McMahon came out to introduce the two participants in the WWE title match for the Royal Rumble. For the last 25 years, when two wrestlers wanted to face off, they just didn't. They didn't need an introduction. If they were going to cut a great promo, they didn't need to do it while some guy with a microphone stood there with nothing to say or do. Mean Gene and Craig DeGeorge offered more just in facial expressions during their interviews than Mr. McMahon offered on SmackDown. That is, until he burped out something nearly inaudible. You know what? I've had enough. Get in the ring. Damn it. I said get in the ring. We even got tired of the greatest of them all. We, the fans, let Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan know when we had had enough. Let's send the message to Shane and Vince. And now it is time for the English Tip of the Week. Today's English Tip of the Week concerns the direct address comma. The direct address comma is the person to whom you are speaking or directly addressing, and it requires a comma before the name. The name of the person you are addressing can appear at the beginning of the sentence, at the end of the sentence, or in the middle of the sentence. If the name appears in the middle of the sentence, it requires a comma before and after the name. The direct address comma can be a matter of life and death. For example, let's eat, comma, grandma, or let's eat grandma. In the first example, I have a comma before grandma to show that I am addressing her. In the second example, I omitted the comma, and it sounds like we're going to feast on grandma's carcass. An example of the person's name appearing in the middle of the sentence would be, well, you know, brother, when I get in the ring tonight, Hulkamania will be running wild. The Hulkster is talking to brother. Brother appears in the middle of the sentence and requires a comma, both before and after, to show that he was addressed. And with that, direct address comma, class,
you're dismissed.
Direct address comma.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
And we're back with the garbage tip of the week, and this is my favorite part of the episode. Let's run through them quick, Mark. Swanson's Auto Body and Customs, 814-389-2294.
Pro Printing and Office, 814-834-3006.
Collarandelbow.com, hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, shirts. Enter OVW after
hats,
when
hoodies.
You're checking out. 10% off, OVW.
Where can you find us, Paul?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with CanCrusher69.
You can email us at cancrusher69@gmail.com.
Check us out on the web, https://cancrusher69.wixsite.com/cancrusher.
Boxcast, Overcast, Stitcher, Alexa, Google Play, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Buzzsprout, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
That's how you hear us, and tonight is a very special on blog radio show. I can't remember the name of it.
It is. It's called Blog Radio. It's a call-in. Go to the Facebook page. You'll see the number you can call. I believe it's out of Virginia, but nonetheless.
I don't have my phone with me, so I can't tell you what number to call. But real quick, Asylum Lunatics Ball this Saturday. We'll be there in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. I'm sure they still have some tickets left. Stop in and see Crazy Shay. Going to be a hell of a show.
It is going to be. I know some of the card. It's going to be amazing. Phone number for tonight, 563-999-3462. We're on from 6 to 7.
From 6 to 7. Call us in. Let's talk a little wrestling.
Live.
What else do we got, Mark? Anything coming up? Nothing from IWC. That's not till
February. We got time yet. I want to shoot a message out to Mrs. English Professor. We love you. We hope you're doing well. We know you went in for a procedure a little bit and jump back so you can continue giving it to the English Professor.
He deserves it. Every bit of it.
Yeah. So we love you, Cheryl. You'll bounce back great. I know you will. You're a strong woman.
Best of luck. Also, I have something. Today, the head coach from the Raptors, the new team in the GFA, had a brain aneurysm and he wrecked his car. He's in a coma right now. And just thoughts and prayers going out to him.
For sure. Wow.
Hopefully everything turns out all right. And like I said, thoughts and prayers. Real quick, let's hear the song, Mark.
Wow. Okay.
Garbage, 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 garbage.
Garbage tip of the week. This comes to you, brought to you by Snowpocalypse 2019. Listen, I know we've said this before, but shovel out places for your garbage cans or your garbage men to walk. Also for your mail persons. And if you have a fire hydrant in your vicinity, shovel that out too. Your house is on fire and the firemen can't find the hydrant. That's not their fault. That's your fault.
Yeah, it's your responsibility. It really is. It's really your responsibility. Also, just because it snowed doesn't mean oh, you don't want to bring them down your snow-covered steps, doesn't mean that we're coming up to get them on your snow-covered steps.
Right. Sometimes we're nice guys, but if I'm going to fall and bust my ass, I'm not a nice person.
I'm not either. Folks, a lot going on this weekend. As Paul said, Asylum, Saturday night NXT TakeOver, Sunday Royal Rumble. You have our Spotlight show on Friday. You have the call-in show tonight.
You have, I'm sure there's going to be a recap show Sunday morning.
There is going to be a recap show Sunday morning as well.
Lucky you guys.
Hungover recap shows.
Hungover. You won't have me. I have football practice. You'll have the rest of the crew, though. They'll crush it. They normally do.
They do.
You're fantastic.
Woo woo! But hey, guys, make sure Royal Rumble's one of my favorite events, more so than WrestleMania. Watch it.
Why? Because you get to see a lot of people that you haven't seen in a while, or... Well, I mean, and with the Raw and SmackDown the way it's been going, you haven't seen a lot of people in a while.
You really haven't.
You've seen a select few all the time. And remember, just because you're trash, it doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. Hey, see you Saturday, Big Dom.
Call in tonight.
Call in tonight.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.